What's up, everybody? Chris here, checking in with another one of these videos where I'm trying to make the most of my time and use some downtime that I have. This time it's driving in the car and wading my way through rush hour traffic to record a video for you guys. Today I want to record a video just talking about my current weight loss program that I'm going through, the goals that I have, and some obstacles that I've run into recently. I know that for a lot of people, if you're trying to do some type of body transformation, you may hit some type of hurdle or some type of plateau that can be really discouraging and make you want to just quit the program or stop believing in yourself altogether. And I would hate for that to happen to any of you when that type of stuff is just completely normal and part of the plan. So I wanted to record a video and talk to you guys about the concept of plateauing, because that's something that I am experiencing right now. So a little bit of an intro into the program that I'm on right now. I'm doing a 90-day cut, so I'm dropping weight, and I'm doing so over 90 days, about 12 weeks. And I am on day 30 as we record this video. And over the last week or so, I've noticed my weight has really plateaued. And like I said before, that's completely normal. I'd be lying to you, though, if I said that it wasn't maybe slightly discouraging or messing with my head. I think in any properly structured weight loss program that you're put on, it's typical to drop weight quickly at the beginning of that program. It normally shouldn't be too difficult like I said, if you're on the right type of program with the right structure. Our body can pretty easily drop some water weight early on, as well as drop some body fat that it doesn't need. And all along, you're not too severely restricted in terms of the amount of food you can eat, the amount of calories that you're having per day. And that can be kind of smooth sailing early on. And that's great because that really gets us started off on the right foot and get our mind in a positive place. With my program, I'm dieting on 2,400 calories to start. I have not changed that since the start of my program. And I'm training 6 days a week in terms of weight training. And additionally, I am doing 2 to 3 cardio sessions a week. I've recently bumped it up to 3 cardio sessions a week. And I've been training for powerlifting for a little over a year, and I'm continuing my powerlifting training. So the start of this diet, in terms of the program from a nutrition and training perspective, has not been too difficult. But like I said, recently I've run into a plateau where my weight is kind of flatlined. I dropped a quick 7 pounds in the first 3 to 3.5 weeks, and then most recently over the last week, that weight loss has pretty much stalled. If I see a new low weigh-in, it's by like 0.2 pounds, which is not the most exciting. You know, when you're doing something like this, you wake up in the morning and you hop on the scale and you get your weigh-in for that day, and that's how we track progress. Well, it can be pretty discouraging where if day after day for a long string of time, that weigh-in that you have doesn't end up being a new low weigh-in. You want to get one every few days, but it doesn't always happen that way. And like I said, that's completely normal. But this is the type of thing that really can screw with our heads, throw us off our program, cause us to quit altogether. It can even cause you to think, well, I'm just the type of person that can't lose weight. Or if you have a different type of goal, I'm not the type of person that can build muscle. Like, I always thought that about myself. I don't really have genetics that speak to building strength or building muscle. So it's something that's hard for me, but that's not to say that it can't happen. I'm pretty pleased with the progress that I've made over the last couple of years. So you're going to run into plateaus, and it's gonna mess with your head, and this is the time where you have to decide to be mentally strong and be committed to the process. So if we run into a plateau, well, what causes that? Oftentimes we can really kind of pinpoint that to a couple of things. One, the most obvious, you might be eating too many calories. That just might be the case. And if you're trying to diet and you're not tracking your calories, well, you're really making it way tougher on yourself than it needs to be. So that's one of the obvious ones. But some others that aren't necessarily as obvious, they're things that we don't think of, are things like stress. And I think when I say, or when anybody says, oh, I'm stressed out, or I'm stressed out and I'm not dropping weight, people think, well, they're stress eating. But I don't necessarily mean that. More so what I mean is the concept of stress and the impact that stress has on our bodies. And to make a long story short and kind of wrap this into a tight package, our body only knows stress. So it knows stress from training, it knows stress from work, it knows stress at home with the wife or the kids or whatever it might be. So all that stress, if there's a lot of it in your life, it can really add up and take a toll on your body, where your body's trying to recover from all these different stressors and it just can't handle it. That can really take away from some progress that you're trying to make. Additionally, training stress. So we mentioned that in that list, but training stress can certainly be something that can impact you. And these types of things are important to keep in mind when you run into a plateau, because there are little tweaks that we can make to really kick the progress in motion. And it doesn't mean that you can't lose weight or you need to get on a different program. Things like sleep can be really, really, really impactful. And the research right now on sleep and its impact on, different aspects of physiology is just fascinating. And more we're realizing how important sleep is in recovery. So if you think about all those stressors in your life that might be preventing you from getting to that goal that you have, well, in addition to all that stress, are you sleeping enough? Are you getting 7 to 8 hours a night or more? If you're not, that could, again, be something that leads you down the path of understanding why you're not progressing. For myself, I've got a little bit of all that going on right now. I'm not gonna lie, I've got a lot going on at work, a lot to be responsible for there. I'm running my own business. I have clients that I'm responsible for. I'm training 6 days a week, like I mentioned, and all that stuff is adding up. And when I lay down at night and I try and go to bed, it's on my mind and I have trouble falling asleep. So I'm really not doing the best at any of those things, and I think that's a big reason why I've seen my weight plateau a little bit. So that's going to be my focus moving forward, is figuring out, okay, what are the little things that I can do to try and maybe bring those stress levels down? What are the little things I do? What can I do to adjust to my routine to provide for better sleep at night? All those little aspects can really come together to either create success for you, or if you don't identify some of those issues, they can really make your issues and your problems compound and snowball into something much bigger. So I think that's where I'd like to leave it for this video. Just generally, encouraging you to dig a little deeper if you're trying to do something like this, to figure out how you can keep your progress going. It doesn't always have to be, well, I need to drop my calories to a really unhealthy level just to lose weight, or I'm just not the type of person that can lose weight, or I need to hop on a different program. That's one of the worst ones, I think, because I think program hopping is such a problem for people that want immediate results, when in actuality, immediate results probably are not the most healthy or sustainable way to get to a goal and then maintain yourself once you get there. So that's all I got for this video. I hope this provided some type of value for you guys, and I think every so often I'll continue to try and do these, and I hope that you enjoy them. So I appreciate you listening. I'm going to continue to wade my way through traffic here, and I'll talk to you guys later. All right, see ya.